Hi, it's Melanie and Gabriella, and today we're going to show you how we make our matcha tea, which is a green tea that we make into kind of like a little latte. Not really, but it's our version of it. Yeah, tea. So we have everything set up here, and we're going to show you how we do it. And before we start, I just want to tell you a little bit about the benefits of green tea and what matcha really means. So green tea in general, it has a lot of antioxidants and it's really great for brain power and just clarity. So if you kind of feel like you need that in a day, and you drink coffee for that purpose, try green tea and see how it makes you feel any different. And green tea also has something called L-theanine, which is an amino acid. And it's very calming. So it's kind of like makes you alert. And there's also stevia. We're also going to put stevia in there, right? So it makes you alert and also calm at the same time. So that's really great. So we like to have this in the afternoon. It does have caffeine, so not, after 2 o'clock isn't the best time if you're sensitive to caffeine. Maybe you do it earlier. What do you want to say? Yeah, Gabriella is standing on the chair. I'm standing on the floor. And so matcha is actually whole green tea leaves that are ground into a powder. So I'll show you what it looks like, and I'll tell you about the brand that I use. So it's like a really bright green. I don't know if you can tell how kind of bright that is. And what's kind of interesting is that when I got this new jar, I compared it to the old one, and the old one had turned kind of like a browner color, and I hadn't really noticed a difference until it's your turn. Don't drop it, until I saw them side by side. And so now I store it in the freezer because it can oxidize easily. So obviously, I found that out. So this one is Mountain Rose Herbs is the brand, and I get it on a specific website that I'll link to in the video description if you're interested in trying it out. They can be expensive, and so I kind of did a lot of searching to find a high-quality one that wasn't overly expensive, and this is what I came up with. So I will link to this in the description of the video, and now we'll show you how we do it. So I'm going to make this in a glass jar, not really a jar, but a glass measuring cup because I want you to see how it works. I usually make this in a mug. So you can do 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of the green tea powder. So like I was saying, these are the actual green tea leaves ground into a powder. So you're consuming the whole leaf. Yeah, you can pour it in. Can you reach all the way up here and pour it in? So this is a 1/2 teaspoon measure. So we're going to do 2 for a full teaspoon. And so whereas most teas, you get an extract, pour this one in, you get an extract of the tea leaves into your water. This one, you actually consume the full leaf, which is part of the benefit of matcha. And it's very mild in flavor. It doesn't have any bitterness to it, and has kind of like just a really fresh green smell to it. Some people say it smells like spinach or something. And then I have 3/4 of a cup of hot water, and you want to just mix it in just a little bit at first, and I just use this little whisk. There's other ways to do it, but you just pour a little bit in the bottom. Okay, let me stir the first part. And what you want to do is kind of like mix all the powder into like a paste almost, and that way when you add the rest of your water, you don't get clumps of powder. Now, honestly, sometimes I still can't avoid getting a few little clumps at the bottom, but this is the best way to get most of it mixed in. Okay, let's pour the rest of the water in, Gabriella, and then we'll mix in our stevia. There we go. Do you want to stir this a little bit? No, you want to do the stevia? So the way we make this into like a latte or, mocha, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, is that we add chocolate stevia. So this is chocolate flavored stevia, and then we add coconut milk for the creaminess. So let's make sure, okay, so probably just go ahead and go slow, count drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4 to like 8 drops is usually good for...
That'd be some too.
Okay, well now we're going to pour in the coconut milk, okay? And then you just put in whatever you like, almond milk, coconut milk, whatever you want to add to this. Sometimes I add collagen powder for extra protein. Sometimes I add cocoa powder. No more. Okay, thank you. Sometimes I add extra collagen for protein or extra cocoa powder to make kind of like a chocolatey drink, even more chocolatey. And so you can add vanilla extract, whatever you like. But that's it, just water, the powder, stevia, and coconut milk, and now we have like our creamy green tea. So we're going to go ahead and drink this. I never get through more than half of it without having her steal most of it, so, right? Yeah. So we're going to go have some tea. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I hope you try it out, and we'll talk to you again in the next video. Bye!